Boosie bad, Sexyy Red, bad ass. Don't play no game. It's a fucking party, and we turn it all the way. That's the party, bitch. It's a gangsta party. Get your shit together. Shit is out.
Word on the street is Boogie's messy private life just exploded into the spotlight. That leaked tape, it's got him looking real wild, like he's totally lost control. Now let's rewind for a second. Folks been whispering that he got way too cozy with Sexyy Red. And trust, he didn't walk out of that mess looking clean. It all started when Boosie got caught slipping during a heated run-in with Sexyy Red. She pulled up in a jaw-dropping outfit that had everybody staring. It was tight, loud, and left nothing to the imagination. Her curves were on full display. No need to squint. Boosie, too. He looked like someone handed him the keys to a mansion. Eyes lit up, jaw on the floor. Man was starstruck like it was Christmas morning. That's when fans started connecting the dots like a crime board. And baby, the picture they saw wasn't pretty. Then the internet detectives jumped in quick. And based on some reactions, Boosie looked busted, not surprised. That look on his face wasn't shock, it screamed guilt. And the moment that clip hit the timeline, boom, it was chaos. The theories started flying fast and wild. Now everybody's convinced. Whatever went down between Boosie and Sexyy Red, it was real. People are talking like Boosie got caught up in something way bigger than he expected, and now he's just trying to recover from the explosion. But here's where it gets real messy. Whispers behind the scenes claim Sexyy Red might have given Boosie something, the same way folks say she did with a few others before. The rumors are getting loud, and Boosie, he's been dead silent on denying any of it. Even worse, his latest online meltdown, it only added more fire to the mess. Instead of clearing things up, he's just making it look way more suspicious. That night, you could literally see the switch flip in Boosie's face. The second he laid eyes on her, his whole vibe changed. One minute he's hyping her up like she's royalty, talking sweet all night. Next thing you know, he's in full panic mode. Tweets vanishing left and right, and now, radio silence. That big cheesy grin he had, yeah, it looked like a man who already knew what he was looking at. And be real, doesn't that look remind you of your man when he's caught up? Just saying. Anyway, this ain't your usual cleanup mission. This is full-blown crisis mode. The internet clocked it fast. Boosie wasn't just staring. Nah, that look in his eyes, that was recognition. Like he already had the main course and was thinking about dessert. People lost it when that clip surfaced. The drama hit level 10 instantly. Boogie's name started trending for all the wrong reasons. Articles, threads, shady TikToks. He's getting dragged everywhere. It's like he walked into a trap and can't find the exit. And trust, the streets are watching. But here's where it gets icy cold. Word is, Sexyy Red hit him with a little street-style payback. Why? Because Boosie tried to act brand new. He was out in public playing like they never even got close. Like she was just some random in the room. Allegedly, she wasn't having none of that fake energy. So she decided to check him. Not quietly, not gently, and definitely not behind the scenes. She did it raw, straight up, no gloss. Word on the street, Sexyy Red burned Boosie on purpose, and we're not talking about a diss track. Nah, we mean that kind of present that sticks with you, permanently. That's the new slang for it, and trust, it ain't cute. Not at all. Apparently Boosie's loose lips got him caught up again. He's out here acting like he never caught feelings for Sexyy Red, but everyone's saying otherwise. The talk is, once he tried to play her like some background extra, like she was just a side note in his story, she flipped that whole script on him, hard. And to pile on the mess, Sexyy Red's name been floating in some sketchy convos lately, and we're talking serious heat. One of the wildest ones, folks claim she was recently seen with Gucci Third Leg. Yeah, that dude with the rep for spreading stuff like party flyers. With a track record like his, it didn't take long before people started linking dots and throwing heavy suspicion her way. Now everybody's watching her like it's a real-life Netflix scandal, analyzing her moves, digging through every detail. This ain't just side-eye energy anymore. This is full surveillance mode. The internet completely lost it. The moment Boosie started looking nervous and ducking questions, conspiracy theories exploded online like wildfire. People started saying, oh, she's out here spreading way more than just good vibes. The streets had plenty to say, especially about the possibility that she and Boosie got close while he was out living it up with no care in the world. Now here's the latest twist. Rumors are flying that Uzi might be headed to the clinic next. That one shook the whole timeline. If it turns out to be true, that's not just a scandal, it's a total disaster. And the internet, already eating it up, but let's not forget, Boosie and Sexyy Red already been splattered across messy headlines before. Remember that wild moment when Sexyy Red dropped a pic of herself laid up in bed with a mystery man rocking an ankle monitor? That post went viral instantly. People were zooming in, guessing identities like it was a game show. And who caught the blame? Boosie, of course. The internet pointed fingers straight at him, and she didn't deny nothing. In fact, she stirred the pot even more by throwing in lyrics from her track, Shake Your Dreads, as the caption, I enjoy playing with dreadhead kings and drillers. Whoo! She knew exactly what she was doing. No filter, no shame. She showed off that ankle bracelet like it was a designer accessory. Fans were sure she was throwing shade at Boogie's old legal drama. People started playing detective, zooming in on the body type, analyzing the room vibes, comparing the energy. Everything lined up. The ankle monitor, the silence from Boosie, it was too loud. That's when folks knew this wasn't just gossip, something real went down. And Boosie, he was heated. He wasn't about to let that pic slide quietly. When the photo hit the net, he jumped on his old Twitter account and snapped hard. But let's be real, his explanation didn't land, not even close, especially with the receipts fans already had. Boosie had definitely rocked an ankle monitor before, and the timeline wasn't letting him rewrite history. People pulled screenshots, matched timestamps, even measured the carpet color if they had to. The math wasn't mathing. Something was off. The internet didn't buy it, and Boosie just ended up looking more suspicious the louder he got. Just when everyone thought the mess couldn't get any deeper, boom, another level of drama hit out of nowhere. Turns out Sexyy Red got exposed by her own ex. So if you thought the whole Sexyy Red Boosie chaos was wild before, think again. The internet went into a frenzy once the tea dropped. Her ex-boyfriend came forward a few months ago, and he didn't come empty-handed. He laid it all out, no holding back. Claimed she gave him an SDT and didn't say a word till after it happened. And it wasn't just talk, he dropped full-on receipts. We're talking screenshots, detailed messages, and a phone call that allegedly caught her admitting everything. Once that came out, everything shifted. Fans started looking at her whole connection with Boosie through a brand new lens. Suddenly, that ankle monitor post, Boosie's silence, the online meltdown, it all started making way more sense. The streets started whispering louder, and the vibe flipped from messy fun to straight up serious. The drama was no longer just entertainment. It was getting real personal, real fast. It got ugly, real raw, real quick. He hit her with no filter, straight heat. In the leaked phone call, you could hear him snapping, "Do all your guys even know what's really going on with you? You lied to me? Are you lying to them too? Or do you tell them you're burning?" Yeah, he said that. And just when you thought it couldn't get any weirder, boom, the audio hit the internet. It leaked like wildfire. And the second it did, Sexyy Red was trending everywhere. People weren't just gossiping anymore. They were dissecting every single word from that call like it was courtroom evidence. Her name plastered all over the timeline. Comment sections exploding, Twitter threads nonstop. Fans were analyzing the tone, the pauses, everything. Sexyy Red couldn't ignore it, even if she wanted to. She tried to clap back fast, jumping online with her own defense. 1, it's not true. 2, y'all believe everything on this app like it's gospel. But let's be real, the damage was done the moment that audio dropped. Her post only added more fuel to the mess, and the streets, they stayed locked in on every second of it. By the time that audio clip made the rounds, the story had already gone viral. People weren't just suspicious anymore. After hearing that man go off, folks behind the scenes were convinced something major had gone down. Sexyy Red's image, it was in bad shape. The internet wasn't holding back. Users started digging hard. They were connecting dots, pulling up old receipts, digging deep into her past, and what they uncovered had everybody talking. Boogie's drama, that was just one messy piece of a much bigger puzzle. Let's be real. Sexyy Red had already been put on blast way before this Boosie situation popped off. Her ex aired everything out months ago, and now all of it was coming back around like karma with the spotlight. And this ain't even the first time she got caught slipping. People spotted her in questionable situations more than once. At this point, it's like she accidentally exposed herself.
Sexyy Red, little old ain't nothing but a bucket.
Hey.
That ain't got nothing to do with her being contaminated.
No.
Sexyy Red kinda Sexyy Red her own reputation. She didn't hold back at all. No filters, no coded language. Sexyy Red spilled everything loud and clear for the world to hear. Most folks wouldn't even whisper half of what she said, but she dropped it with zero hesitation. It all went down on Angela Yee's Lip Service podcast back in June 2023. and it was wild. She sat down, stared straight into the mic, and laid it all out with full honesty. She openly admitted she had caught chlamydia twice. No dodging, no sugarcoating. She said it happened while she was still dating her ex, and that he was out here moving reckless, stepping out and causing chaos during one of their messiest chapters. Eventually, they broke up, but that wasn't the end. Here's where it gets real messy. After going their separate ways and dating other people, they tried to circle back and fix things. But when they went to the doctor together, just to be cautious, boom, both tested positive. That sent fans into full side-eye mode. People were like, why does she keep ending up in these same toxic loops? The whole situation had folks questioning everything. Nothing was adding up. And once again, Sexyy Red's name was all over the timeline for the wrong reasons. It was raw, it was uncomfortable, and most of all, it was real. And let's be clear, this wasn't some rumor from a gossip blog. This came straight out of Sexyy Red's own mouth. Fans were shocked. She told the whole story like it was just another day, like finding out you and your partner both tested positive for something serious was the same as grabbing lunch with friends. The internet couldn't believe how casual she was about it. People were stunned at how calm she sounded dropping that kind of bomb. Yes, everybody slips up. It's human. But when you lay all this drama side by side, the pattern ain't looking good. And just when folks thought Sexyy Red might go low-key, fall back, and lay low for a while, absolutely not. Instead of clearing the air or even addressing all the buzz about diseases and exes, she flipped the entire scandal into a marketing move. She didn't deny the viral phone calls. She didn't push back on the noise. She capitalized on it, turned all that heat into a launch pad for a lipstick line. Yup, while people were still breaking down leaked audio and arguing over her past, she popped out with new merch like nothing ever happened. Fans were confused. Why not clean up your image first? Instead, she doubled down and turned the controversy into content. To some, her decision to double down looked bold, but to most, it just threw gasoline on an already out-of-control fire. But this wasn't your average beauty drop, not even close. Sexyy Red took it to a level no one expected, and honestly shouldn't have. She named her lipstick shades after actual STDs. We're talking names like gonorrhea, yellow discharge, and yes, cookie juice. People were stunned. Fans were asking, who greenlit this madness? And who did she really think was gonna line up to buy that? To the public, it didn't feel edgy. It felt nasty, straight up offensive. The backlash hit immediately. What she might have seen as a viral marketing stunt, like flipping the rumors into empowerment, just came across like she completely lost the plot. Comments flooded in, dragging her hard. Some even called it the most disrespectful beauty launch the internet's ever seen. Sure, the gloss itself was shiny, the packaging was eye-catching, and names like Silver Glitz had some surface-level charm. But that branding, total disaster. Most people were left staring at their screens like, is this for real? And what really got fans scratching their heads? Boosie didn't seem to catch any of this. Like, how did he miss all the red flags when they were practically glowing neon? She wasn't even trying to hide it. The signs were everywhere. Maybe that's why Sexyy Red always calls herself the female Boosie. She said their energy matched, like they were cut from the same chaotic cloth. And maybe Boosie ate that flattery up, thinking they were locked in on the same vibe. But truth is, she was playing a whole different game. And what the streets are talking about now, it ain't just who Sexyy Red's been flirting with or linked to lately. Nope, this time it got real personal. People started whispering about something nobody expected, her smell. Yes, you read that right. At first it was low-key, just murmurs online, but then somebody finally said it out loud, and the whole convo flipped upside down. Chicago rapper Vaughn from 1700 dropped the stinkiest tea of all. He got on the timeline and let it rip, claimed that after messing around with Sexyy Red, he still couldn't get rid of the fragrance even after showering. He said what others were scared to say, and the internet lost it. That wasn't just shade, that was a full-blown odor scandal. A straight-up thunderstorm of mess, and fans were gagging, literally. It started as one wild moment and spiraled into something way deeper. What should have just been a messy convo about hygiene turned into a full-blown culture war. People were acting out, saying outrageous things, and flipping chaos into clout-chasing content. But heads really turned when Lord Jamar jumped in and dropped some heavy claims. What started as one rapper's comment about a lingering scent turned into a heated debate about industry control, hidden agendas, and whether Sexyy Red is just a flashy front for something way bigger. Lord Jamar didn't bite his tongue, not even a little. he straight up said powerful people are pushing Sexyy Red from behind the scenes. Why? Because in his words, she represents everything toxic about where society's headed right now. He didn't sugarcoat a thing, said the industry is rewarding the bottom of the barrel and pushing it as the new norm. He swore Sexyy Red's rise wasn't random, it was engineered. According to him, she's being used to distract the masses and quietly tear down the culture from the inside out. And just like that, what started as a clapback about a smell turned into a deep dive about manipulation, power, and cultural sabotage. And guess who backed Lord Jamar right after he dropped that bomb? Yup, Vaughn wasn't done yet. He doubled down hard. Stepping out of 1700, Vaughn brought it right back to the personal. He didn't just echo Jamar's industry talk, he went straight for Sexyy Red's presence. He said flat out that she doesn't come across as fresh. He agreed with Jamar and added that the whole vibe shifts when she walks in the room, like there's this unspoken tension in the air. Fans were like, wait, what? But then came that moment, the line that made everyone stop scrolling and start squinting. I think it's brave of you, Vaughn told Jamar. And then Jamar dropped the wildest claim yet. He said he saw a video where Sexyy Red herself admitted her space didn't smell good. Like she just owned it, no shame. After that, the streets ran with it. Whether the video was real or not didn't even matter at that point. People treated it like gospel. The rumor took on a life of its own, and Jamar, he stood on it like it was solid truth. I saw the video where she said it, he claimed. No doubt, no hesitation. He said it like it was fact, and the internet ate it up. One single statement had people rewinding clips, questioning everything. But Jamar, he was just getting started. He didn't stop at calling out her hygiene. He dropped a way heavier allegation that sent shockwaves through the convo. He flat out said he believes Sexyy Red isn't just some wild rapper, she's part of a bigger plan. According to Jamar, the industry is using her as a weapon to push a toxic narrative. He claimed they strategically placed her to glorify the struggle of being a young mom, hype up gang culture, and sprinkle in drug talk like it's cute. And he didn't sugarcoat none of it. He said she's being used to shift the culture from the inside out, like she's a walking distraction designed to twist values and keep folks off track. But Sexyy Red, she wasn't about to just sit back and let the pressure build. Instead of clapping back directly at Jamar or Vaughn from 1700, she threw a whole curveball, randomly name-dropping Chief Keef online. She posted, "What should I say if my belongings smell?" And the internet collapsed. Why Chief Keef? Nobody saw that coming, and suddenly the timeline took a wild left turn. The whole convo shifted into confusion, and just like that, the focus flipped again. Fans were scrambling, trying to make sense of any of it. Fans started connecting dots, fast. Suddenly, Vaughn wasn't the only name in the hot seat. Chief Keef got pulled into the mix too. Once his name hit the conversation, the drama hit a whole new level, like certified soap opera territory. And that's when people brought up those selfies. Because if Chief Keef was part of this story, then those pics of Sexyy Red hugged up, rocking his chain like it was a trophy, yeah, those hit different. She looked way too cozy, and let's be real, when a woman snuggled up in the camera wearing a man's ice like she earned it, that ain't just buddy vibes. That's full-on crisis mode. Like, if that's not your man, what are you doing wearing his chain like that? The internet went into full detective mode, breaking down poses, analyzing backgrounds, checking timestamps. Sexyy Red tried to shut it all down quick once it started heating up on Instagram. She jumped in and claimed her and Chief Keef were like siblings. But let's keep it honest, nobody was buying that. The body language, too close, the vibe, too intimate, the way she was posted up on him, way too familiar for a just-like family situation. Folks with 2 working eyes and an ounce of common sense weren't convinced for a second. Just when the flames were dying down, Sexyy Red poured gasoline on the whole thing. She started cracking jokes about Chief Keef allegedly sliding into King Von's sister's DMs, and fans were like, hold up. Girl, how you out here clowning him for trying to holler at another woman while claiming y'all are just like siblings? She was out here making fun of him for allegedly messaging Kayla B, but still pushing that we're just family storyline? Nah, you can't have it both ways. You can't be calling someone your brother, then turn around and air out their private moves online. That's not family energy, that's messy energy. And the internet saw right through it. The timeline lit up again. Fans couldn't hold back. Everyone was saying the same thing. Siblings don't act like that. Let's be real. Sexyy Red jumped back on Instagram like she wanted the drama to keep going. Just when people thought the mess was slowing down, she came back with more chaos, more posts, and even more heat. This time, Sexyy Red wasn't just wearing Chief Keef's chain. She turned it all the way up. She was still swinging it around her neck like a trophy. But then she took it even further. Sis slipped that chain into her panties like she was stamping her territory. Fans were like, oh, she's claiming him now for real. And the caption, wild. She wrote, let's go together immediately, and then added, kiss me like July, fireworks. That was it. The timeline exploded. People were scrambling to comment, repost, react. Screenshots were flying like confetti. Then came the icing on the messy cake. Chief Keef pulled up to the set of her music video, smooth, casual, like he belonged there. And this ain't the type of guy who just shows up for fun. The vibe, way too comfortable. That wasn't business energy. That was entanglement energy. You could feel it. And just when the internet thought this couldn't get any messier, Charleston White entered the chat. If there's one thing we know about him, it's that he doesn't sugarcoat anything. And this time was no different. He came straight for Sexyy Red, calling her a 304, you already know what that means, and claimed she's out here tangled up in messes left and right. The internet couldn't even breathe. Every minute, the drama got louder. Charleston White wasn't done dragging. He had more names to drop, and this time, he came straight for Angel Reese. Yup, he claimed that people who once had clear goals and focus are now caught in the chaos, all thanks to Sexyy Red's wild, untamed energy. And he didn't tiptoe around it. He said it loud and clear. Sexyy Red is the problem. According to Charleston, Angel Reese used to be locked in, fully focused on her game, repping herself as a rising star, owning the court like a future legend. But once she started kicking it with Sexyy Red,